Hey, what's up, guys? It's Eli Fishman from TalkingBall.net and YouTube. Eli Fishman Sports, back another interview. Today I'm joined by Tampa Bay Rays top prospect Brent Honeywell. Brent, thank you so much for coming on today.
No problem. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you so much for joining me today. You're recovering from Tommy John surgery now. You had it in the spring. How are you feeling, and when do you think you'll be able to return to the mound?
Feeling good. I think it's my fourth or fifth week in throwing program. So, it feels good. You know, I'm not real sure when I'll be touching the mound again. It could be as soon as October, or it could be in January. So, you know, we don't really know. I don't want to set anything too early, but then again, you know, I don't want to say anything too late because that's going to delay me further.
With this time off, is there anything you're working on, maybe working out wise?
Yeah, I'm working on getting a little strong, getting as strong as I can. Being as durable as I can, strong as I can. Being just being as durable as I can once I come back from this, because you know I've already been on the shelf for about 7 months now. Yeah. So you know, I want to be as strong and as durable as I can when I come back.
Many people said right before you got the surgery that you could have been one of the starters in the Rays rotation this year. Does that make that surgery a little bit more frustrating?
Yeah, it makes this year a little bit more frustrating, man. You hit me with hard-hitting questions too, by the way. You know, that kind of throws salt into a wound a little bit, knowing that you know I potentially had a chance to help the big league club win this year. You know, that was the most frustrating part about it. Yeah. You know, that I was fighting for a spot, but then again, you know, injury. There's never a really good time for an injury. It's always bad time, but that's probably the worst time I could have.
Was that screwball any part of having the surgery?
No, I don't think that, man. I think, you know, the more you see guys, with good velocity and with I think, man, like I said before, I think it's inevitable, man. I don't think you can prevent it, because if you could, you'd be the richest man in the world.
That's true, yeah. Now that screwball, how do you throw that, and how often do you throw it?
I kind of, you know, you got the happy face and the sad face of the baseball you're looking at, so it's kind of got it this way. So I go across the face of it this way, and I'm just make sure to work inside the baseball as much as possible. And I throw it whenever, you know, it's just like any other pitch in my arsenal. Whenever I feel like I should use it, or whenever I feel like I need to punch out in a situation or something like that. You know, it's just another pitch, man. You know, it's nothing. A lot of people don't throw it because they get scared off because people think it ruins the arm. Well, you know, I'm one, and you know, I throw it. I don't think it ruined my arm. I think throwing 95 plus did, you know. Yeah.
Now, where exactly did you learn to throw that screwball?
My dad taught it to me. My dad taught it to me for I was probably 13, 14 years old, and he taught it to me. It took me 2 years to learn how to throw it. Then he finally gave it to me, let me throw it. I was about 15, 16 in a high school game. Gave it to me the first time I threw it, struck out with it, so I was like, you know, I gotta have that.
This Rays organization, they've drafted you, they've brought you up. What do they mean to you for, you know, doing all of this?
Well, I mean, this is the first team that gave me the opportunity in 2014 draft, you know, so I owe everything to them. You know, all the rehab guys are doing a great job right now. We do a good job communicating wise. We're starting. I hope everybody sees it, but we're starting to get this core group of guys that we had in the minor leagues that we've won for so long down here. They're starting to get into the big leagues, and they're starting to see, you know, what these guys down here are capable of. But you know, it's something that they put trust into us, that we do as players, that we know how to win, and we come from winning in the minor leagues. Yeah. So we're going to do anything and everything we can to win a championship for Tampa Bay, and that's all I want to do.
Last year you got to pitch in that Futures game in Miami. Talk to me about that whole experience, you know, 45,000 people watching you play pro ball.
That was the greatest day of my life. That was the greatest day of my life. It was a lot of fun. Number one thing, it was a lot of fun. Number two, Number one thing, I'm facing the best of the best coming out of the organizations. I don't care how old they are. I don't care. Age in this game to me doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. That's how I look at age in this game. I mean, you're seeing guys like Vlad Guerrero. You're seeing these guys. You're seeing Ron Acuna's. You're seeing the Ozzie Albies. You're starting to see the young guys that are the studs get into the big leagues and performing in the big leagues. And just being in the futures game, that's the first step of it. All those guys did it, but you're facing the best of the best, so that to me is the best part.
This Rays organization ranked the number 3 organization in all of baseball. What do you think, maybe coaching staff wise, player development wise, makes them that best organization?
Well, number one thing, me personally, I feel like we have the best development in pitching wise. And it starts from down here. And this is the first time I've been around the GCL. It's the first time I've been around an extended spring training. It's the first time I'm seeing a lot of these guys go through what they have to go through day in and day out down here with the staff that's down here. All right. So with me, the GCL is the most. This is where it really, really matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is where the staff and this is where the players, this is where everything really, really, really matters, because this is the first time they're getting hands-on with professional guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these guys are done. This is the first time they're getting put, and I feel like we got the best pitching guy to do that, and that's Marty Demerit.
Is he the guy who's helped you out the most in minor league baseball?
I actually wasn't in the GCL, but I talked to Dog as much as possible. You'll hear me say Dog and Doc Watson.
Yeah.
Doc Watson he's probably the sole. He's the sole guy that I go to here. Kyle. I've loved all my pitching guys. But for us to be, I think they're selling us short a little bit with giving us number 3, but that's just me. I know what we have coming up through here. I know what we have. I know what kind of talent we have. And like I said, man, age is just a number to me, but I think we're selling us short with number 3 for our system.
Next year, the projected, or potentially in 2 seasons, the projected starting rotation is looking just unbeatable. Some of the best young prospects in the game. What do you have to say about, the fact that, first of all, soon you could be playing in the major leagues in a starting rotation, and second of all, the fact that you could be part of the most elite pitching staff in all of baseball?
That's what I was actually talking to somebody about that the other day. On paper, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable on paper, and it's really exciting to look forward to. We've lost a bunch of guys this year with Tommy John. We've lost a bunch of guys with just injuries, obliques and hamstrings and stuff like that. So I feel like we're not getting a fair shake of how our team's going right now. It's just not. I just don't feel like we haven't been there as a team. You know what I mean? Yeah. We've always been missing one key piece, 2 key pieces to what we're trying to do, and 2019 is going to be a lot of fun for Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah. So I'm extremely excited about it. Really excited to be in a rotation with Blake. I was in the rotation with him in Durham last year after they optioned him down, and we got after it a little bit. It was a lot of fun to be competing with one another.
Yeah, that Durham team last year, you guys won 100 games. I remember you guys were talking about how you could be the 31st team in Major League Baseball. Just 100%. Talk to me about that team that season.
100%, man. That is the best team I've ever played on before in my life. Yeah. If it wasn't for them, I would have been 0-4 in my first 4 starts in Durham. If my team didn't put up 10 runs every time in, every time out, man, I was catching some losses. But to me, it all boils down to just that team was fun, man. Yeah. That team, we were all friends, man. It's like sometimes you get. Sometimes not all teams mesh that way, man. And that to me is why I say it could have been the 31st Major League team, because we were Man, we were bangers, dude. We were ready to ball, dude. We were good, and it was a lot of fun to be on that team. You know, Ozzie Timmons, hitting coach, who's now in the big leagues with them. You know, it's coaching staff. Man, let me tell you something, man. That was probably the funnest team I've ever been on.
All right, last question, man. Short and long-term goals for your career, and maybe goals before you finish up this whole Tommy John process.
Well, I mean, my original goal. I mean, ever since I was young, man. My original goal was to. I want to put a gold jacket on, man. I want to go into the Hall of Fame. I think that's why I play. I play because my dad did it. I play because I love the game of baseball. I play because you can only get to a highest level here. You know,
yeah.
You can. There is a. I'm never gonna max out my true potential, but I'm gonna pitch in the big leagues. So I mean that to me, that's why I play. I play to get the best in the world out. I play to be known as one of the best pitchers to go down in the world. So I mean that's why I play. I watch guys like Scherzer, Strasburg, all these guys. I watch them, man. Those guys are Hall of Famers. And to me, it's a different game of baseball than it was 5 years ago. So the starter only has to go 6 nowadays. You know,
yeah.
The starter only has to go 5. You watch guys like Verlander, Kershaw. You know, you're seeing Garrett Cole step up. You're seeing all these guys who are just unbelievable. They're starting pitchers, man. They're going 7 and 8, and they're not having to use a pen.
Yeah.
That's my goal. My goal is to go out every 5th day and give my pen a breather. That's my goal.
All right, man. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, bro. Really